In an unforgettable NBA Cup showdown, the Golden State Warriors edged out the Dallas Mavericks 120-117, with Stephen Curry delivering a scintillating 37-point performance that lifted his team to victory. Curry's explosive scoring included the final 12 points for the Warriors, ensuring that the game was his from start to finish. His shooting was nothing short of spectacular, as he finished 14 for 27 from the field, including 5 three-pointers. Along with his points, Curry also added 9 assists and 6 rebounds, showing why he remains one of the league's most dynamic players. His late-game surge not only brought the Warriors back from the brink but also reaffirmed his status as one of the NBA's most clutch performers. The game was filled with emotional moments, particularly for Klay Thompson, who made his first return to Chase Center since leaving Golden State to join the Mavericks in July. Thompson, a cornerstone of the Warriors dynasty alongside Curry, scored 22 points in an emotional outing. Before the game, he and Curry shared a warm embrace, a moment that captured the deep bond between the two longtime teammates. For Warriors fans, it was a bittersweet experience to see Thompson in another uniform, but his importance to the franchise was never in question. Golden State fans honored him by wearing captain's hats, a nod to the tradition Thompson created of boating across the bay for home games. The Mavericks were not without their own star power. Luka Doncic, after being sidelined with a groin injury, returned to the lineup and was dominant. He finished with 31 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. His presence on the court was a constant threat to the Warriors, and his playmaking ability helped keep the Mavericks in the game. Dallas also got significant contributions from their young center, Derek Lively II, who battled through a shoulder injury to finish with 12 points and 8 rebounds. However, the Mavericks were undone by turnovers, 18 in total, which led to 21 points for the Warriors. This was a critical factor in the Warriors' victory, as Golden State capitalized on Dallas' mistakes, turning them into fast break opportunities and easy buckets. The game was highly competitive, especially in the final minutes. With just under 3 minutes remaining, the Mavericks had built a 110-105 lead, largely thanks to a crucial three-pointer by Thompson, which put them up by 5. But Curry responded with a furious rally. He knocked down shot after shot, including a few key threes, as the Warriors went on a 15-7 run to close out the game. Curry's offensive arsenal was on full display, as he drilled deep threes, floated mid-range jumpers, and made acrobatic layups to put the game out of reach for Dallas. One of the game's most notable moments came in the second quarter when Moses Moody, in transition, tried to dunk on Thompson after a block by the Warriors. The dunk attempt ended in a hard foul by Thompson, sending Moody to the free throw line. While it was a tough moment for Moody, it exemplified the physical nature of the game and the fierce competition between the two teams. Moody's confidence on the break showed that he was not intimidated by the presence of a player of Thompson's caliber, but it also showed how much emotion was invested in every play of the game. Thompson's foul on Moody further fueled the intensity between the two teams, setting the stage for the rest of the match. For Golden State, other players stepped up in critical moments. Jonathan Kuminga, who has been emerging as a key role player for the Warriors this season, contributed 16 points off the bench, providing a much-needed offensive spark. Buddy Hield, who joined the Warriors in a trade, added 14 points, while DeAnthony Melton also put up 14 points, continuing his streak of strong performances. Melton's defense was key in limiting Dallas perimeter players, and he helped put the Warriors in transition to score easy baskets. Together, these players formed a strong supporting cast that helped Curry carry the team in the fourth quarter when it mattered most. Despite the heroics from Curry and the Warriors bench, the Mavericks were right there with them every step of the way. In the final moments of the game, the Warriors' defense tightened up, stifling Dallas' attempts to answer Curry's barrage of points. The Mavericks had their chances, but turnovers and missed shots down the stretch proved to be their undoing. Luka Doncic tried to carry the load, but his efforts were not enough to fend off the Warriors, who had Curry playing like the MVP he is. The game also highlighted some key matchups that would be talked about long after the final whistle blew. Thompson found himself guarding his former teammate, Hield, late in the game, a twist of fate that added even more drama to an already intense night. Hield, who was brought in to provide shooting and scoring, had the unenviable task of going head-to-head with Thompson, a player who had been his mentor for years. The contrast between the two players, with Thompson's defensive tenacity and Hield's smooth shooting, made for a fascinating individual battle that was emblematic of the entire game. The Mavericks' turnover issues were another pivotal storyline. Dallas committed costly mistakes, and Golden State made them pay. Warriors coach Steve Kerr has long emphasized the importance of ball control, and his team showed why as they turned Dallas errors into fast breaks and easy scores. The Mavericks could not afford to be careless with the ball, especially against a team with as much firepower as the Warriors, and those turnovers ultimately proved to be a deciding factor in the game. As the game ended, Curry stood out as the unquestioned hero, but it was a collective effort from the Warriors that made it possible. Golden State's depth was on display, with key contributions from players like Kuminga, Hield, and Melton, while the Mavericks' lack of bench production and failure to execute in crunch time ultimately doomed them. Curry's leadership, as always, was the difference maker, but this game was a testament to the Warriors' resilience and ability to find ways to win even when they're not playing their best. Looking ahead, the Mavericks now head to Utah for a matchup with the Jazz on Thursday, hoping to bounce back from a tough loss and capitalize on Doncic's strong performance. The Warriors will have their hands full on Friday, as they face the Memphis Grizzlies at home, looking to build on the momentum from this hard-fought victory. Both teams have high aspirations for the season, and this game, filled with drama, emotion, and memorable moments, will surely be one that both fanbases will remember for a long time. For Curry, Thompson, and the Warriors, it was another chapter in their storied rivalry with Dallas, a rivalry that continues to grow as the NBA season progresses.